first season professional. He's a little older than some of the other new pros. He's 28. But he got on the tour through the Chinese tour, Chinese Billiards and Snooker Association territory. Fergal O'Brien, he's going to enjoy it with me. It would be a big upset, obviously, Fergal, but a great experience. I'm sure he's been looking forward to this.
He's certainly going to learn from it. It's a hell of a start.
One.
Under some sort of pressure.
Yeah, it was interesting yesterday. Boyko actually had a chance right at the start of the first frame, missed the...
4.
On that red.
Yao Pengcheng.
I did have to say from where he was, it's a poor safety.
That, of course, but players have done over the years.
Surprising error.
The winner will play Stephen Maguire.
Just mapping out the break. That red's closest to the black spot. You'd love to remove that at some point. Yeah, no pressure on Sonny. Ronnie O'Sullivan asked you to... But I would say you're working in the finest of margins. But make it a cue for Ronnie.
Helped Sonny Akani establish himself as well, because he's been inundated, as you can imagine now, from people all around the world wanting him to make them a cue as well.
Rarely misses with the rest as well when needed. Purposely played on the red previously on the pink spot for this very reason. Never misses a trick.
28.
Struck that well, and all below the pink here. Certainly seems fully engaged, trying to solve this puzzle.
42.
Lay up to those two reds, but left one on, and it looks like he's going to cost him dear in this opening frame. Yeah, I thought O'Sullivan, as I say yesterday, wasn't put in completely focused, and
49.
quite simply played as well as he had to do. So a couple more.
56.
Well, he still needs one in, doesn't he? 'Cause they're just making sure of the red, and that should be that for frame one.
Yeah, applied himself very well in that break. good concentration and also great cue ball control.
It was the first frame of the night. He's won the opener there against David Grace. Some big hitters playing tonight. Mark Allen, Zhao Xingtong, Mark Selby, Neil Robertson, Mark Williams. Actually, Mark Williams is not playing, is he? Because he got a walkover. So Mark's got the night off. Scott Donaldson, unfortunately, had to withdraw. Now, this cue ball's close.
Himself, get used to the conditions and the crowd. And hopefully, the start of the next frame, if he does get a chance, he's just a little bit more comfortable and likely to take it. Generally, players would continue to think, and also looking at the table, black's on its spot, and also the yellow and green being beside each other, even closer now, is certainly to his advantage.
Ishpreet Singh Chadha, number 3's on table 7. Seems a bit harsh on him, but anyway, interesting match. No maximums today.
It's amazing, actually, the standard of play that in the qualifier, Zhao Yulong had a 147, but in between the qualifying...
It's a sort of competition between the players. You know, the more that get made, the more they want to make them, I think. O'Sullivan's safety game, maybe, is who's would have been 93 today, because sadly passed away last year. But I know Ronnie had great affection for him.
Century breaks in his 80s, which is amazing. Piece for Yao, still very much to his advantage. So just give him a bit more time just to settle and be relaxed.
One.
Yeah, it's going to be O'Sullivan's frame that got him over the line effectively. Free hit to put the green on the spot, because of course, you know, if he goes sort of 3 in front, you can see him winning 5-0. Yao's got to try and stay. He has gone. Zheng Weili a little quick. So O'Sullivan has played 6 frames in the tournament. He's won them all. There's a sort of serenity to O'Sullivan this week, and that could be bad news for the other players, because, as I say...
Excellent shot. You put a great long red and start... I thought he would have played a little bit higher up the white.
Yao Pengcheng, 8.
What you could argue is a fairly routine safety shot. Yeah, just trying to swing around it.
One.
It's a new mannerism he's started doing a couple of times already today after chalking the... So I wonder will that continue? And if it does continue, I'm sure there'll be players up and down the country doing it tomorrow morning.
$15.
Absolutely fascinating. After playing for 40 odd years, just all of a sudden decides after chucking the cue to banged the putt off.
23.
Sullivan, I think he's still fascinated in the game, you know, hence he's still looking for the odd change, the different cue, always sort of looking for him. Won't have seen Yao Pengcheng, I suspect, before, but with a chance here to extend the advantage. A good chance, just developing things nicely, isn't he?
38.
Yeah, lovely little shot there just to bring those three into play.
39.
Retain perfect position on the other red. How often he leaves himself in that position parallel with the black. Very rarely do you see him being straight or just off straight on the black. Here. From that position,
47.
all those reds are accessible. That's the difficulty in the task for Yao this evening.
5.
It's enough. Again, playing Ronnie O'Sullivan, particularly if he's at his best, you don't have to necessarily...
Security. But in it goes, and the break, a frame-winning break now. So again, a quick kill.
69.
Made 2 cents. In amongst them were the 2 maximums in that semi-final in Jeddah.
7.
Against
decide to play a limited schedule this season. Fairly sure that the ones he does decide to play in, he's come ready, prepped to play. You feel also part of that decision might also be keep one, try and be as fresh as he can, but also play enough over the course. He's looking very sharp today.
Yeah, the recovery red to the yellow pocket is a good sign, I think. Thundered it in.
99.
It's also noticeable, that's the first time Ronnie's cue extension piece.
Third century then.
Over the years, always had a push on extension.
103.
Might need a billboard for 147s as well, I think. Just so efficient.
110.
Yeah, up close. And he hasn't done much wrong, has he, to lose these 2 frames?
115.
Oh, what a great effort this is. Oh, beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. Well, what a break in the end from here in Xi'an this week. That was very special. 1-2-8 from the 7 times world champion. He's in 0 down. Ronnie O'Sullivan brace of 63 and a 128 clearance. Looking very sharp in the early stages. This is the last 64 of the Xi'an Grand Prix.
Yeah, bit of a miss hit there in the safety. Normally would have played the red. Quite a passive, containing safety shot really there. This side brought more into play. He had the advantage. And again,
Foul.
yeah, that.
This is what I was saying, though. You know, if you can't sort of stay in touch early on, then the match can give them a nice float. Well, you ask you further about Aaron Hill, because you're working with him, and he's having a good time. I mean, not just the maximum.
No, he's made a great start.
Got to be said as well, let's not forget, because Ken is still playing, Ken Doherty beat Stan Moody, didn't he, to qualify for...
Yeah, nice pot.
1.
Managed second prize, still excellent.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
Played the red as an opportunity to get control rather than... Well, that was about...
Had that gone wrong.
Might get another go at it here.
He needs it in. Yeah, he needs it in.
Yao Pengcheng 1.
And he's beating Charter 2-0 up on Neil Robertson.
Just looking at Ronnie, I mentioned earlier about him tapping the butt of the cue on the floor. I thought maybe it might... Particularly the last shot, he literally got back up off the shot to tap the butt on the ground and then play.
One.
That was a good pot because he was slightly...
He took that opportunity with having the angle on the blue. Still a nice angle.
7.
Yeah, walking around, obviously on the black. Very easy when you break down unexpectedly what you feel is a chance.
One.
He does look confident, doesn't he, as he's queuing up? I think.
Again, another positive shot, struck it well. Yeah, not only did he miss it, but you can actually see there was a bit of...
One.
Meanwhile, Oliver Lyons, a dramatic start there. He actually potted blue, pink and black to set up the respot.
7. Thirteen. Ronnie O'Sullivan 18.
We're looking to get the white up and down, ideally on the cushion behind the yellow. Yeah, caught it too thick. And you knew by leaving it there, it would be difficult to hit a red and avoid other reds.
One.
Yeah, nice pot. Managed to...
Well, can he take...
9. 16.
Back on its spot.
24.
But he'll only need the brown if he can still take a blue even after this. So he could drop him behind him. So didn't have the angle to hold, had to go around the angles. Yeah, nicely played.
40.
So 13 ahead. Yellow green composed.
48. 51.
Yeah, played that very well.
Stay positive. Okay, he's missed that, but snooker required.
55.
Good 55.
Yeah, needs to be careful here, Yao. With the black and also the pink and blues on the table. Ronnie at some point is going to get a good chance, or chances to get the snooker. Yeah, feel here's a chance now for Ronnie. Both balls in the open. As good a chance as you can hope for. And for Ronnie Stan is quite a misjudgment. For effort this time. Same result. Caught a little bit thick.
That'll do it. Yeah, he made a good frame, made a good feeling it, but when the chance came, he took it well. And we have a match in our hands now. The first frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan, well, his opponent made that 55. So still a match to be won. Yesterday, there was a sort of sense of inevitability at about...
Yeah, it always looked like that red was in play, but fully committed to the pot.
Yao Pengcheng. 1.
Just a sign of frustration from such an easy pot not to be perfect.
Seven. Runner starting with 7.
frame. So he trails Ishpreet Singh Chadha 2-1. It was very nearly 3-0. And another semi-finalist actually last year was Daniel Wells, and he played terrifically well this morning. He beat...
Lovely shot there from Ronnie. He was in a bit of trouble. Like a strong left. Three one down, but 2-all would be lovely.
1. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
His frame. He's just dipped a little piece. And of course, that's going to give his opponent confidence in this match.
Yeah, I mean, at 2-0 down, two things needed to happen. He's needed to play better. And
8.
qualifying venues as well. Misses the blue, though. Trying to get into the red. It was a very positive shot he played.
He's just trying to force an angle with the blue. Yeah, play that. Yeah, you can see it does there, so
4.
you can probably play position. Yeah, nicely played. Yeah, he had that.
11.
And from one positional shot from the red to pink in perfect position. He's able to identify the key ball, get on to it as soon as.
18.
There are opportunities for Yao to take advantage. May not be another one now in this frame.
25.
Yeah, good pot and nicely controlled.
32.
Last shot or two slightly ran out of position. Enough.
$39.
Yeah, that'll do it.
$5.
And that red
46.
surely removes any... You sensed had a chance, but in this frame it's passed. And he's going to be 3-1 down at the interval.
53.
O'Sullivan highly focused, as he will need to be tomorrow if he does come through to play Stephen Maguire.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 53. And
That
frame.
can wait, but he's only 2 frames away from the last 30. Yao Pengcheng getting this match 2 more for victory to set up a meeting with Stephen Maguire.
1.
In goes the red, but no position.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
If you're watching on Discovery Plus, just it's now table 7, not table 3.
Yeah, I think he missed a trick there, yeah. Well, just too passive.
1.
He's certainly playing the blue, red, and leave that nice angle on the black. He can go into the pack.
7.
see him there striking just top half of the white.
Check 2.
Yeah, lovely bit of cueing there.
21.
Yeah, the shot Yao Pengcheng played, I mean, it was kind of a nothing shot, but worse. Even, it wasn't just sort of negative, it was just not well played.
It ended up being everything. Yeah, Ronnie turned away.
$37.
And eventually he has broken down. Umut Dikba. But anyway, a great achievement.
Yeah, I seen actually Neil kind of fake celebrated.
Yeah, he was the opponent when Ronnie O'Sullivan, of course, became the first player to do it. And that was in the final frame of the Players' Championship at Preston Guildhall. It was an...
Yeah, nicely played. Unless he gets away with it, of course. White on the other side of the table. Nice little. Yeah, ran it through nicely.
Already with a useful lead and enough reds out in the open here for a 4-1 advantage. Hasn't suited him of late. Anyway, he's a frame closer to that meeting with Steve Maguire. That'll be a big test, I guess. Doesn't fear playing anybody.
16. $22. $23. $31.
No, this is in. What a shot. Took the times. Just cut it along the cushion.
Yeah, the crowd enjoyed that. It's amazing the balls you can pot when the frame is over. Yeah, but you certainly feel that mini crisis.
Yeah, there was a definite chance for Yao, wasn't there, in that fourth frame, and he didn't take it, and this one has gone away from...
1.
Well, he's got it, but it's...
Yao Pengcheng, 1.
Yeah, nicely. Yeah, played that well.
6.
Got the most he possibly could out of that.
Yeah, fair play to him. He's going for it, isn't he? I mean, he could have rolled...
14.
He won't be... The season actually is about halfway through, really.
Thanks. Yao Pengcheng,
You
20.
can see the disappointment on his face there.
1.
Obviously, go and try and win the frame and match in this one visit.
Yeah, not least because, as I say, if he's going to win the tournament, he'll be playing every day, 9 at night now. He'll have media to do afterwards. First ranking event he won in China was back in 1999, the old China Open. Of course, that was pre-Ding Junhui. Well, he was slightly hampered, but he still kind of fancied him to...
1.
Could well be his last shot.
7.
Yeah. Obviously, wasn't able to play it. Or
Yao Pengcheng, 12.
anxious look from Ronnie just to see has he little red to get with that black over the pocket. Yeah, it was just about to pass that red. Plus, would expect him to go on, do enough to win this match. And even there, a lovely little shot.
He's played as well as he's had to. There's been mistakes as well. I think tomorrow will be the interesting one against players with not a lot of experience at the highest level. Maguire, of course, has won tournaments. He's won a tournament this season. That will be the test tomorrow.
15.
But in general, he looks very focused, O'Sullivan, this week. He saw in Saudi Arabia. He puts the work in and tends to play well.
$23. $29.
There was a chance there for two each, and after that, who knows?
Yeah, Ronnie just being straight on the... Despite the sneeze, managed to pot that yellow. Again, just in a game of fine margins, he's just lacking that attention to detail.
Play the great Ronnie O'Sullivan in his home country here in China, but it has gone to script in terms of... And O'Sullivan has come through the first 2 rounds for the loss of only 1 frame.